since we started this series, Jim, we've gotten a bunch of emails from people enjoying it and asking questions and wanting more information about how to plan.
How to plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is not too difficult, but it's really a kind of the reverse way of a lot of people think, well, what do I do next? What do I do next? Go to the end game. Go to what do you want? What would you like it to look like? What would you like to experience? So let's say it's I'd like to go on vacation and I'd like to go to Hawaii. So when do you want to go? So right from the beginning is the when, and then the what do you want to do, and just really do it from the standpoint of completely enjoying yourself. No limitations. I don't have enough money. I can't get off work. I don't know if my spouse would go. Completely stay out of all of that, and just make your plan. What would I like to do?
We used to play this game in the classes. I'm trying to recall it. It's you put a point out there on the floor, and then you walk to the point and turn around and look back at where you came from. Is that right?
Yeah, more or less. It was basically said, I want to get out into the lobby of the hotel where we're having, and the question would be, do you know where you want to get? I want to sit in that one chair I was sitting in last night. It's really comfortable. So, okay, how do you want to get from here to there? So what would you do to get back to here? It's kind of a backward game you'd plan. So one of the things that we would do in that exercise, we would say to people, all right, you know where the chair is. So take your time, pay attention, and walk to the chair. And then if you were still sitting in that room, look back to where you came from and basically look at walking backwards. What would you do? You would turn left, you'd walk through this door, you would go through these chairs, you'd find your seat. So same thing here. You want to go to Hawaii, and what do you want to do in Hawaii? And then basically you start to say, all right, what do I need to do to get there? Mm-hmm. Well, I need an airline ticket. I need to see if the dolphins are swimming in the bay that time of the year. I need to figure out a rental car. So what do you need to do to make the trip completely successful? And then step back one step and say, all right, what do I need to do to step into that next step? So you basically bring it back to today. And today is, what do I need to do? Well, I can go online and look up the hotel. I can basically see what time the planes fly. So this is a good one because you think you want to go in this particular week. You go online, you look up airfare, and you find that I was going to leave on a Thursday, but the airfare is a lot cheaper on a Saturday. So you got plenty of flexibility in your moment to where you can rearrange your plan. It goes back to the very first set of things we did. Make your plan, know your plan's wrong. Mm-hmm. Just simply know it's not going to work this way. So you go and you do your preliminary, you figure out if the hotel's there, you figure out where the dolphins are, you figure out what the rental car is, who else is going, etc.
Well, one of the things, though, that people are saying is that, I mean, planning a trip to Hawaii is one thing. You know you have to fly, you know you have to rent a car, you know the pieces that need to be put together. But for some people, I want a job.
Sure.
I want a relationship. I want something that's not as solid.
Okay, but same thing. So let's say a relationship, as people say, well, I want this kind of a person. Well, what else do you want? Tall, good looking, wealthy, great in bed. Okay, great. So well, what else do you want? Well, I want somebody with mutual respect and mutual purpose and good communications and imagination and somebody that is allowing. Well, people don't usually put those kind of concepts into their mock-up. Mm-hmm. The mock-up being, what is it that you want?
Well, how do I find this man?
Well, what do you want first? See, if you don't figure out what you want.
I've figured out everything I want, all the aspects, and now I want to find him or the job.
Well, one of the things about energy, in the context of energy, is law of attraction. Put your attention on what you want and it comes to you, particularly in this nature where we've been talking for the last 3 weeks about going away from yourself versus everything coming to you. So if you start to build what it is you want and hold it, the energy begins to support you. The next part of it is, where do you begin to meet people like that? How would you like this all to unfold? And what are the things that you most want to do? What kind of things do you like to? I like to play cards. I like to play pool. Well, that's kind of an odd thing in this example. Go to the pool hall.
Right.
Go to where people do what you like to do.
Yeah.
And that begins to kind of play out.
That reminds me, 21 years ago, before I got Belle, I knew I wanted a cat, and I didn't know what color she would be, but I knew it was a girl, and I knew she and I had to be psychic together. Mm-hmm. So I bought the cat bowls, I bought the kitty litter, I bought the little thing that goes on the floor to put the cat bowls on. I bought everything necessary, and I just set it in the house, and it was as if she was there.
Yeah.
And then she came.
Then she came. So it's this place where if you worry about it and try to control it, and then the what if it and how come, and if she doesn't show up, one of the real fundamental pieces is you are the creator, and then get out of the way and let the universe do what it does. It's really that simple. But in this case, getting more fundamental again, planning. What is it you want to do? And then work it backwards to the place where, using Hawaii again, is, okay, I'm going to go online and see what the airline schedule is. I'm going to go explore hotels in Hawaii. I have no idea what hotels there are. And so what kind of hotels can I have? Without any limitations, because sometimes you get this, you think, oh, that hotel is too expensive, but it throws in breakfast, and then pretty soon you start adding up the pieces. It's like, wow, it's on the beach, and I get more than.
And maybe also in the planning process, keep asking yourself the question, what else?
What else? Yeah. And stay out of the limitations.
Yeah.
Completely stay out of the limitations. I don't have enough money for that. I don't have enough time. But if you could have all those things, what is it that you'd like? And in that place of kind of the what-ifing, and then backing it to the place, what can I do right now? Go back to your planning. Your plan is not correct the first 2 times. Plan 3 times. So you're basically fantasizing about this. You're building it out.
Yeah.
You get it to a certain place, and there's nothing else to do. So take the step into it to basically say, all right, now what?
Yeah. So
I'm going to take my first step. I'm going to plan into the first step. I'm going to plan into the second step. Remember, the second session we had is you can always say no.
Yeah.
You can always go to no. Just what if? What if this was to happen? What if that was to happen? And it all begins to.
Another story, years and years ago, one of the students, a woman, wanted to attract a relationship, a man, into her life. She lived alone, so she set the table for 2, and she cleaned out one of her, or maybe several of her dresser drawers for him, and moved the closet and set it all up and just lived with it and said hello, 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 and could imagine feeling that other energy in the house. And he came. He came,
yeah. So it's enjoy the success in the process of enjoying the success when it arrives. Just kind of be in it, get into it, feel it, roll around in it, lay on the beach in your imagination, go swim with the dolphins in your imagination, and it all unfolds, particularly right now with the shift, the way this is happening. And when you use your tools, you get into the place of discerning, this is me, that's the theater. Really set your energy into certainty and commanding a presence, being in present time, and start to recognize that everything comes to you. So the minute you worry, the minute you what if, you're going away from yourself, and the rational mind's engaged outside of you. It's this space that it's getting easier and easier if you just kind of figure out how you wish to play the game and enjoy the game enjoy the success of the game even without the physical manifestation of the game. And pretty soon you wind up stepping into that aspect also. It's really simple. It's not easy though sometimes. But this particular 3 little pieces that we just did are extremely structured for success. They allow you to get out of the way, they allow you to stay out of frustration, they allow you to play. And it's in that place creating the reality that you're looking for is going to work. One more piece to that is everybody else in that 3rd dimensional world, their status quo is being interrupted. And they're going into worry, they're going into fear, they're going into panic, there's an anxiety. And if you can begin to move into just playful and stay focused on your intention, that energy is going to pass you by without cluttering up your opportunity. But the minute you go, yeah, me too, I'm anxious, I'm scared, I'm afraid, the whole system of motion stops. Universe just says, well, wait, I thought you wanted this. Let me know when you get back on track. And everything stops. So kind of have a sense of the plan. Know you can always go to no, so enjoy yes until it's time to say no. And know you're not doing it wrong, but the plan doesn't work until you kind of go through it 2 or 3 different times, and it's the natural state of the planning process. So hopefully that's helpful to some of you. We got lots of emails asking, how do you do all the things that you do and make them successful? And so this was the purpose of this little series. So hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed you.